So let's talk about the film When Evil Lurks. This is a film we got the chance to check out at Fantastic Fest, and let me give you a warning before I get into this film. Horrific in all the ways possible. Honestly, most intense horror we've seen in a couple of years. There is just so many things that happen in this film that just leave you with your mouth open. People were screaming, gasping, and just closing their eyes throughout. It is a horrific, bleak film, and it's still one of the best horror movies we've seen, honestly. So this is the latest film from Demián Rugna, and it comes off of his other film, Terrified, and he also had a short in the Satanic Hispanics anthology movie that just came out recently, which we saw at Fantastic Fest last year as well. So very much so a Fantastic Fest alumni. Before we get into the review for the film, I just want to say we are running a giveaway. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is go and check out our Instagram, comment on the post for When Evil Lurks that you want to enter the giveaway. That gets you an entry, and we will announce a giveaway winner this Friday. Winner will get a Saw X t-shirt as well as a poster, so stay tuned for that. And we are excited to be doing this all month long, so make sure you're following us on Instagram. That's where all the giveaways are going to be happening, so go check that out over there. It's right here. But let's get into When Evil Lurks. So this film, like I said, is definitely one of the meanest, bleakest movies we've seen, and it is just insane. Basically, it is a possession film at its core about this family trying to outrun this like sort of curse and demon, whatever you want to call them. And what I really enjoyed about the film is that it turns into so many different type of other films as we get into it, because it starts off sort of like this folklore type horror, and then it turns into a road trip horror film, and then it turns into like a haunted house horror film. And it blends all of this seamlessly. You don't really see it until after you're done and you're thinking about the film, that there were certain segments that felt like a completely different horror film, and it was a good thing because it added so much layers and depths to the film, and you just were there entertained by it all. And one of the things that I really want to applaud first and foremost is the special effects team, because there are some very practical effects here that just look incredible, and there is so much like things that I don't even want to explain because I feel like it's going to ruin it, but there's so many visceral images in my head just thinking about the film right now, and I'm just there thinking how they were able to accomplish this. It is definitely a feat. I really did love all of that they did, because it really adds something else, and it makes all of your senses go all at once. And once you see the film, you know what I'm talking about, because there's certain scenes that you just feel like you know what it feels and smells and looks, and just what the air was like. You know, I don't know how to explain it. Just something you have to see once you see it. This is going to be streaming on Shudder, by the way, so you'll be able to check it out then. But I think that it was definitely a very grotesque and horrific film. It definitely has you really feeling for these characters, how much they're going through, and at its basic plot, it is just a father trying to save his family from all of this like evil that is starting to consume the world around them, and this evil is relentless. One of the most relentless evils you've ever seen on screen, for sure. It stops at nothing, and it's just going to go at 100 miles per hour at you, and it's just incredible to see everything they have to do in order to avoid it. I really love the performances here. I think everybody is on their A game for sure. Our protagonist is definitely on another level, though, I think, because there are moments in here where there's just so much despair and so much hopelessness, and the actor does an incredible job at portraying that with no words, just a facial expression, a sort of sound they're making, and it is just incredible to see as this unfolds. Now, one thing I did not like about the film at certain points is that there were certain moments where it tries to explain too much to the audience, and I think that's always a part of a horror film where you can start to see it sort of unravel a bit, because I feel like you're reading a rule book to us that should not be read. It should be experienced, you know, and it sort of takes you out because it's asking of you to take notes. And I'm not saying I'm there just blindly watching a movie sometimes, but yeah, you're pretty much just trying to sort of put yourself in this world as much as possible and really feel it. So when things like this happen, it's kind of like, stop. All right, so this is what's going to happen. And if this happens, this happens. Keep that in mind for the future. You know, I don't like when movies do that. And that's one of the things I didn't like about the film at certain points that it did. It sort of took us out in order to try and explain these rules where I think it could have done it in a better way. But that's just me being nitpicky and just trying to find something about the film I didn't really vibe with. I also do think that the film does need better translations. It is a Spanish film, and I think that some of the subtitles were a little off, and I feel like things are missed in the translation that are kind of crucial as well to the film. So that was one of the things I noticed. Me being a Spanish speaker, of course, I was just able to watch it. Didn't really look at the subtitles a lot, but when I would notice things were very much so shortened for the subtitles, or things weren't even included. So that was definitely something I think does take you out of the film as well, is that there are certain moments where so much is going on and so much is being talked about with certain characters, and then it's not translated all the way. It kind of doesn't make you feel the same impact and weight the film wants you to have in those certain scenes. But overall, I still think it's a great film worth checking out. We definitely would rate it 4 stars out of 5. Just those little nitpicks here and there made it not be that perfect film, but I think it is definitely our most favorite horror film of the year so far, right next to Talk to Me. It's close to it. It's just Talk to Me and When Evil Lurks are two very different horror films, and they feel very much so different that I don't think I'm able to sort of say one or the other is better. So I'm just putting them both at number 1, because I think Talk to Me is a different type of horror than When Evil Lurks. Evil Lurks is definitely a lot more mean-spirited. Not saying that Talk to Me isn't, but it definitely takes it to another level with When Evil Lurks. Overall, we do recommend the film. If you have a chance to check it out, it should be streaming on Shudder, and I definitely do think it's worth checking out on the big screen. I know it's going to have some limited theatrical run, so if you're able to, you should definitely check it out on the big screen with a crowd, because it is just a crowd type of film, because everybody just has all of these reactions going on at once. The crowd at Fantastic Fest went wild over certain scenes that happened, and I can assure you, I think people are going to be talking about these scenes on social media, so you don't want to get spoiled or anything. So definitely check it out as soon as you can. But I will say, fair warning, like I said, hardcore film, very much so on the extreme side of things, very grotesque, very disturbing, and it will make you feel bad. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's my warning to you. If you're not really into those type of hardcore horror films, this one's definitely not gonna be it. But like I said, if you are, or if you just want to check out what's next in horror, especially in more of an international market, this one's it. But anyways, make sure you're following us on all the things you love. Make sure you are going to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is go follow on Instagram. Make sure you comment on the When Evil Lurks post. What is your favorite horror movie so far, or just anything, and that gets you an entry into the giveaway. We will announce the winner this Friday, which will be a Saw X poster or a t-shirt. And make sure that you are getting your entries in before Friday so you can be a winner possibly. But anyways, as always, follow us on all the other socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok as well. All provided here, and let us know your thoughts and opinions and what you want to see more of for 31 Days of Halloween. Comment it down below. And I'll see you all next time on the road to 31,000 subscribers. Stay safe, stay positive.